Arsenal 4, PSV nil. What a welcome back to the Champions League. What a welcome back for the boys. What a performance. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. So guys, if you're new, make sure to like, share and subscribe, and let me know down below what your thoughts were on this amazing performance at the Emirates for the first game in the Champions League versus PSV at home. And let's get into this because there's a lot to break down. Listen, firstly, I want to say comfortable performance. That was a performance for the ages because we came out and we were confident. The whole time we were confident. We done what we needed to do. We got the goals where we needed to get them, and then we got the job done. And from the first half, we started off very well. Keeping possession, attacking, making sure we make our attacks count, and overall did enough to get the 3 goals in the first half. Now, the second half was more of a calm down approach to it. We were still attacking, but we calmed down a bit, held possession. It was a real mature second half from us, and I feel like we showed that after we've scored our goals, we can calm down, we can return back to what we needed to do, which was keep possession, just keep PSV away from really trying to get any goals. And listen, PSV did not have that bad of a game, to be honest. In front of goal, they were a bit wasteful. They definitely created chances in the game, and I felt like they definitely had their fair share of chances. It's just obviously our defense. That's just credit to our defense as well, because our defense was immaculate today. Brilliant defensive work from the boys in the back line, and you couldn't ask for more, to be honest. Could not ask for more. So let me go through all of the players, and then at the end I'll give my man of the match for today's game. And I want to start off with Raya, because there was a lot of surprise with Raya starting today against PSV, knowing that we thought it was going to be Ramsdale. We thought Ramsdale was going to come into this game, hence why he was rested against Everton. And Raya started today. So that was interesting to see. I don't really think there's much to it. Raya was going to get a run of games. Mikel Arteta liked what he saw in training, and he said that Raya was going to get a run of games. So we know he's going to get a run of games. He might play this game. He might play the North London Derby. We don't know. But Raya's performance today was brilliant. He was calm on the ball again, just like at Everton. He was calm on the ball. He was able to do a lot of good passes, a lot of long passes, short passes as well. He was very calm, very composed in his own box. And there was one pass which he done. It's like a skim pass, like a half volley, which he done straight to Havertz. Obviously, Havertz didn't control it too well, and it ended up having to go back towards the defense and pass back to the centre backs. But listen, Raya had a good game. I felt like coming out of his box to corners, crosses into the box, he was able to catch them a few times, and just had an overall confident, good game, and just played brilliantly today. So hats off to Raya, because he had a very good game. Now the back line. Let me get into the back line, because where do I start? Let's start off with Ben White. Ben White, for me, had a good game, but they were targeting that side a lot. That left side was getting targeted a lot in this game. And, there was one, other than Ben White having a good performance, attacking-wise and defensively, I felt like there was one stupid mistake that he made, which was to foul the guy and get a yellow card. It was in the first half. And I feel like, listen, there's no point in getting a yellow card for no reason, because his position was covered anyway, because Saliba had transitioned, or Saliba had maneuvered into that position anyway to cover him when he was out of position, and there was not really any reason for him to get that yellow card. So I feel like unnecessarily getting yellow cards, it's not good, and I'd prefer if he didn't get that yellow card, but it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. He didn't end up getting any other challenges, and he actually did make up for it by doing a nice tackle at the edge of the box when PSV were actually on the attack. So he did make up for it in the end. But overall, Ben White had a very good game. Now, Saliba and Gabriel. Listen, what else is there to say? Saliba, again, the usual, has an amazing game today. Gabriel, amazing game today. Definitely looked a bit tired today, Gabriel, but overall, still had a very good game. Looked very confident, looked up for the game. So both centre backs looked up for the game. So it was amazing to see. And defensively, they were so good today. They were on the same page. Whenever Gabriel was out of position, Saliba was there to cover his position. And whenever Saliba was out of position, Gabriel was there to cover his position. So they were on the same page, just coordinating very well with each other. And you couldn't ask for more from them. The boys had an amazing game at the back today. And for the left back, Zinchenko, going forward, we know where he is. He's a massive risk to the other team when it comes to going forward. He's dangerous when he goes forward. But I want to speak about Zinchenko defensively today, because defensively I feel like he was immense. I feel like he did not make a mistake defensively, apart from the handball, which I don't think that was a handball. There's no way was that a handball. It kind of, I don't even think it skimmed him. Maybe it just skimmed his hand, but he had his hands close to his body, and to be honest, not a penalty in my eyes. It's very harsh if he got awarded as a penalty. But overall, I feel like Zinchenko's performance defensively was brilliant, and I want to see more games from him like this defensively. I want to see him improve himself defensively, try to elevate his game. That would be amazing to see for Zinchenko, because he already does so much going forward that if he can just improve his defensive ability, that would be the complete left back, the complete fullback. It would be brilliant. Now, the midfielders. Let's start off with Rice. This game, listen, Rice was everywhere. How many performances are we going to see from Rice where he has box-to-box performances, man? A proper box-to-box performance. He was in the attack helping out. He was in the defense helping out. Interceptions, passes, progressing the ball forward. I couldn't ask for more from Declan Rice. And to be honest, since he's come to Arsenal, it's just been like a duck to water. He's just hit the ground running, and just game after game after game. You couldn't ask for more from Declan Rice. Just an amazing game overall, and just done very well. Havertz, I don't think he had the best game, but I don't think he had a bad game. He was okay. He was decent. I think when we put him up top in the second half, he really got in his bag. I feel like he was getting on the ball more, was trying to help with the build-up play. He was getting on the ball more and making more passes. Him and Fabio Vieira linking up as well, and as well as Ødegaard and Smith Rowe. So he was linking up with all the players and doing very well with it. He also had a moment where he crossed the ball in, or done a little dink of the ball to Gabriel Jesus. Unluckily, Gabriel Jesus couldn't get it on target. It was just wide of the post. And yeah, other than that, listen, Havertz had a good game. I don't think he had the best game that he could have, because he didn't get a goal and an assist, but overall didn't have a bad game today. Decent performance. And let's just get to the maestro of the team, Mr. Martin Ødegaard. Martin Ødegaard today was phenomenal. Every single thing went through him. Everything went through him. Absolutely everything. And that's the kind of captain performance I want from my players. I want us to go out there and perform like that every single week. Whether it be in the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the League Cup. Perform like that every week, and we can win any of these competitions. Ødegaard had a beautiful performance. Got his goal in the end, and just overall just played very well, man. So hats off to Ødegaard. A proper captain's performance, a mature performance. He was there to do the dirty work when it needed to be done, try and get the ball back from the players in the midfield. Midfield battle was key today, and we definitely won it. And overall just had a very good performance. So hats off to Martin Ødegaard. Now the attack. Who can I start off with? Let's start off from right to left. Let's go from right to left. I'm gonna start off with Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka, I'm glad that today is the day he chose to put his best foot forward. And you know what? He was the first goal scorer. Odegaard tried to shoot the ball, the goalkeeper parried it, and it fell on a plate for Saka, and Saka scored it with his right foot. We know he's dangerous with that right foot because he practices it every week. He practices how to shoot on that right foot, and does very well when he shoots on that right foot. Saka, for me, had a good game, a very good game today. And what an absolute pleasure that it is that he got to score our first goal in the Champions League. He got to score our first goal in the Champions League. He came from us finishing 8th all the way to scoring our first goal in the Champions League. And listen, hats off to the kid, man. Hats off to the kid, because he's been through one hell of a journey. Played so many games. Been such a star for us. That's why we call him Starboy, because he is a star. And listen, him playing in the Champions League is just going to elevate his game to a whole nother level. And I can't wait to see what else this guy's got in store for us in the Champions League. Big ups to Saka. Amazing game today from him. Goal and an assist. Brilliant from him. And well done, man. Well done, Saka. Now, moving on to Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus, this game, everywhere. He was everywhere. From coming in deep and helping out with the build-up play, to being in the end of crosses and trying to get a goal. His goal, he's also a goal scorer. Took his goal very well. Crossed in from Trossard, who we will speak about in a second. Crossed in from Trossard and falls for Gabriel Jesus, and what a strike. Across goal, top bins, what a strike. Could not have hit it sweeter. Gabriel Jesus today was brilliant. Phenomenal performance. And listen, overall the team has just played very well. And I couldn't ask for more today, man. I'm so happy, so gassed, so excited to see us finally play in the Champions League. Now, let me get to the final player before I get to the subs bench and the players that came on. Leandro Trossard. My man of the match. I know majority of people would have given it to Odegaard. I'm sorry, I have to give it to Trossard. Trossard today was unplayable. I'm sorry, but Trossard, no matter whether it be the Premier League, the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League, he will perform wherever he is played. Wherever he's played, he will perform. He will put out an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. Listen, he puts up big performances. Trossard is a big game player. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Trossard is a big game player. And it didn't even look like we missed Martinelli, because Trossard comes in and fills that void so well. I could not ask for more from Trossard, man. His goal took it very well. What a strike. Bottom right corner. Easy as you like. The pass from Saka. And he just hits it. First time, bottom right corner. Just hits the ball so sweet. And it's in the bottom right corner. Then we talk about his assist for Gabriel Jesus. Making the run. And the pass from Gabriel Magalhaes as well. Oh my God. Timing his run to perfection and then getting the cross right to the feet of Gabriel Jesus. An accurate cross there. Could not ask for more from Trossard today. And I feel like overall he was causing such a problem for that defense and such a problem for Teze on that as their right back. Listen, on that left side he was dangerous today. And that's why, for me, I would give him the man of the match, because I feel like he was unplayable, man, and he was my man of the match today. Thank God we have this guy. Thank God we didn't go for Mudryk, and thank God we went in for Trossard, because he has been phenomenal since he's come to the club. He's been phenomenal, and we knew about him anyway. We know that he's a clinical finisher. We know that he's good with the ball at his feet, and yeah, I couldn't ask for more from Trossard, man. So big ups to Trossard, my man of the match. Brilliant game from him. Now, I'm just going to go through the subs bench really quickly. So we're just going to start off with Jorginho. Jorginho today came on, listen, done what he needed to do. He made sure that midfield stayed composed, stayed compact, had a very good performance when he came off the bench. I know he came on in the 76th minute. So had a very good performance and was able to hold the fort for us and was able to keep composed, and being the experienced player that he is in the Champions League. Listen, he's one of our experienced players in the Champions League, having played there or played in the competition for Chelsea. So we know what he's about. We know that he's very mature. If you need him to come in and fill that position as a DM, he can do it for you. If you need him to play the more advanced role in the left 8, he can do it for you. It all depends on how you want to play him. But either way, he'll put out a good performance for you. It doesn't matter. Now, the next substitute I want to go to is Fabio Vieira. And I just want to say something. Fabio Vieira, I don't know what's happened to this guy. I don't know what's happened to this guy over the summer. And since he's come in this season, he has been immense. Immense. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I could not ask for more from Fabio Vieira. Even though on that right side where he was playing on that right wing position. I don't really like him in that position, but he still came out and still put in a good performance on that right side. Still looked very good on that right side, getting on the ball, progressing it forward, doing a link-up play with Ben White. Didn't really have much trouble there, and just overall had a very good game for the limited minutes that he had. I know that he did come on towards the 70th minute, so did have a good game for the 20 minutes that he had on the pitch. And yeah, I'm just happy. Phenomenal performance. So happy with his performance, and just bravo, man. Bravo. Now, the next substitute I'm going to talk about is Emil Smith-Rowe. Yes, sir. The Croydon De Bruyne. Now, Emil Smith-Rowe came on and again looked like he wanted to be on the ball. His first official minutes this season, I believe, and he looked like he just wanted to be on the ball, wanted to be involved, was helping out with the passing, trying to get somebody on goal, and overall just looked brilliant. Played very well, and listen, there's more from him to come. I know we only saw him today for 20 odd minutes, but there's more from him to come, man. He's going to have more game time and he's going to get more chances, and I believe he could do something. Now that he's injury free, now that he's had his operation and sorted out his injury problems, I feel like he could reach a new level now, and I can't wait to see what Emil Smith-Rowe does in the Premier League, in the League Cup, FA Cup, and possibly in the Champions League. We will have to see, but I can't wait to see what he does. Now, the last two substitutions which I am going to talk about is Takehiro Tomiyasu. Listen, he does exactly what he says on the tin. Yeah, he comes on and gives you a good defensive performance. He's elevated his game in a way where he can actually come out and play in the midfield. He's adapted into that Zinchenko role where he plays at left back and actually goes into the midfield as well, and is able to help with passing the ball, progressing it forward. And listen, Tomiyasu this season is going to be very integral to the way we play, man, because him coming in for that in that Zinchenko role is going to be massive, because I know we're missing Timber, unfortunately, so he's going to have to fill that void in, and so far he's done it perfectly. Anytime he's come in and filled that role at left back, he's done it perfectly. Stayed composed, not lost control, not gotten in his own head, not let us down defensively, and helped us out going forward. So hats off to Tomiyasu, big ups there for him. And the last player I want to talk about is Reiss Nelson, the guy that assisted Martin Odegaard for his goal to make it 4-0. Reiss Nelson came on, and listen, he's not the right wing replacement, he is the left wing replacement. Yeah, the right wing replacement at the moment looks like it's Fabio Vieira, but listen, Reiss Nelson, since he came on in the 58th minute and just looked like he was ready to take anyone on, do anything he needed to do in order to get the win. and overall did a lot for us in that game, was causing trouble for Teze as well. It was just like for like. He took Trossard out after he gave Teze a horror of a game, and then brought on Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson did the exact same thing. So it's amazing to see Reece Nelson there. I do believe he is a star player. I feel like he can do something this season and elevate his game to another level with the new contract that he signed. And I'm just so happy that we're seeing good performances from him as well. Yeah, overall, I'm just gassed, man. I'm just gassed. And just to finish this video off, I just want to say, listen, today we made sure we came in and we said we deserve to be in the Champions League. We deserve to be in the Champions League. We're going to take this competition seriously. Mikel Arteta, amazing. The subs that he made today, amazing. The team that he picked, amazing. And just showed that, listen, I'm not just about the Premier League. I'm going to take all competitions seriously this year. All competitions. I'm not just going to sit here and play my best team in the Premier League, and then in the Champions League, I'm going to use a second string team. He played a first team today, and our first team played against Everton, and now they played against PSV, and our first team is going to play again against the scumbags on Sunday. So it shows that Mikel Arteta is taking this competition seriously, because he could have easily played a second string team today, but he played his first team because he wants to win this competition. I want to win this competition. And listen, at the moment, we got to see how we go through in the group stages and see who we get in the round of 16. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Champions League. We had an amazing performance today, and hats off to the players, man, because they played their socks off today, man. So hats off to them. And yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to my match reaction for the Arsenal versus PSV game in the Champions League. As I said before, make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you forget to do so, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I make a video. Make sure to drop a comment down below on what your thoughts were on the Champions League game that we played tonight, and let me know who your man of the match would be. Would you go with Martin Odegaard? Would you go with Trossard like me? Or do you have a different player in mind? Let me know down below. Thank you very much for tuning in with me, guys. I love you all. See you later. Bye.